All right, says that we're live. So, good
Okay.
evening, everybody. Can everyone in the chat slash Scott let us know? Are we live? Are we good? Cape Town, 2024. Yeah, Yusuf. Scott is complaining that
You,
he's up at 3 a.m. watching the
so
stream.
you said, oh man, that guy needs to sleep. What great support though. I tell you what.
Yeah, certainly. Loud and clear. All right. Thank you, Dakota. Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. Scott, my friend, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Uh, yeah, trying to get everything all set up here. Uh,
Sounds good.
yeah,
Sounds
everything's
good.
going good. I know we were just talking about how the temperature. It's a frigid like 60 degrees down here. It's brutal, man. I don't know how the winters are up there in New York, but I tell you what, we're down here in Florida. It's
Yeah.
cold.
60 sounds incredible right now, to be honest. 60 sounds amazing.
It's tough life. That's just what we do down here
Jorf,
in Florida.
Jorf, Jorf, I am repping. Scott, I don't know if you know who Jorf is, but he's a buddy of mine from Beyond the Burrow. I think we've
Okay.
chatted a little bit about those guys, but they do
Yeah.
a podcast called Beyond the Burrow, and
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay.
I'm repping their hoodie. So
Very cool.
those
Okay.
guys, my Canadian brethren, good dudes, good dudes. So.
Very cool.
Well, we'll just get started. First, we'll just
Yeah.
say, what
Okay.
is everybody smoking? We'll just pose it to the chat, what people are smoking. Scott, what are you lighting up?
So I think I'll start with some autumn evening. So I got some
All
autumn
right.
evening here first in my Grunwald pipe. So I don't know if you guys ever had a Grunwald. I think it's Pipes of Old. I think it's his YouTube channel. But met
Okay.
him at Muletown. I believe that's where I got this one. Yeah, Muletown.
Okay.
And
Nice.
my nice handmade solid wood Gandalf pipe.
I didn't realize that that Pipes of Old was his channel. I didn't realize that.
Well, I think so. I mean, I am an idiot. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, they're total wood, like the stem and the bit and everything is all
Mm-hmm.
wood, right?
Yep.
That's
I
what I
love it.
thought.
Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit there.
Yeah.
Also, wood all the way down. It's a really good
Yeah.
pipe. One of my favorite smokers.
Yeah, very
But it's
nice.
so nice. I don't bring it out often. So I thought, what better time than now, right?
Yeah, certainly, certainly.
So what
I'm
about you?
smoking. This is an
Ooh,
EMC custom cob, so it's. I've smoked this one a number of times, but it's got like a rustication kind of in the back part, and then it's kind of like it's not quite hard to describe what kind of blast it is because it's not a full
mhm.
smooth, but there's definitely something there. It's not quite as smooth.
Okay.
I'm not sure what most folks do as far as sanding like on a smooth pipe, but if I were
Mhm.
to guess, this is something like a 400 grit, something like that. Um, so
Nice.
someone smoked a
Okay.
little Orlick Golden Slice
Ooh, okay. That's some good stuff. Okay. Yeah.
of EMC's work. Yeah, he does some really nice stuff. So I actually, maybe I've told this story here before. I at least have in other pieces, but I actually won this pipe. Um,
Well,
he
that's
does a
cool.
lot of raffles.
Mm-hmm.
So generally, what he does, he makes pipes, and then if he doesn't sell them, like he doesn't make 4 or 5 pipes and then sell them all, but he kind of makes one pipe at a time.
Okay.
And if he doesn't sell that in a day or two, then he'll raffle it off.
Okay.
So I saw this pipe, and I really really liked it. And it was up for raffle, and so I signed up for the raffle, and I actually ended up winning. So pretty neat, pretty neat.
That is really neat. Very
But
cool.
he
Yeah,
does a lot of
I've won.
custom cobs.
Yeah,
That's kind of most of what he does there. So
that's really awesome. Yeah, I don't have any of his cobs yet. I do
yeah,
have Southern Heritage. Well, yeah, Southern Roots
Hazelwood.
pipes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hazelwood, Steel Steve.
Mhm.
I got a few of his pipes, but that's the first time I've ever ventured into the custom corn cob ring. Those are pretty nice. I put it up against some of those more expensive briars for sure. Hmm.
Yeah, certainly.
But I
Yeah,
got some.
I've heard nothing but good stuff actually from from his stuff, and we were talking a little bit about last week, and his tobaccos as well.
Yeah, I got some good stuff. We got a few folks smoking some Cowboy Coffee. Love it. That's one of my favorite blends. Have you ever had Cowboy Coffee from Country Squire?
That's delicious.
Yeah. It's recommended that I pair it with actual Cowboy Coffee, but I've not quite ventured into making Cowboy Coffee just yet. I'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a
I've never
snob.
made Cowboy Coffee myself either.
They say it's good. I don't know. All right, so House of Manners, my man, smoking some aged Sutler 504C. I have some aged Sutler 504C too. Well, I think I recently shared that with somebody. I think I sent them some. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was House of Man. Yeah, I think it was House of Manners.
There you go. There you go.
Well, welcome, Robert. Glad to have you here with us.
Yeah, if you guys are just hopping on the chat, say hello. Let us know what you're smoking. So, and we'll get started on the topic here shortly. But
Yusuf, I appreciate you confirming my ADC with I did have something right with the pipes of old is Grunwald pipes. I say a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, right? So I'll take that one. Win for me.
There you go. There you go. Got 11, 12-ish folks in the chat.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Good evening. It is a fine Thursday.
Yes.
Doing some good smoking. I didn't say what I'm loading up in my pipe, but I am loading up a bowl of luxury twist flake. And what makes this twist flake is the way it's all going all directions, the flake itself. So if no one's smoked it, it's just a very fun flake, and because of the twist, it breaks apart pretty easily. To me at least, compared to some other flakes, just the way it just crumbles apart easily. Like the bonds in this flake break apart much easier than like the other Stokeby, the Navy flake, and even like the Bullseye flake. Those hold together. So depending on the method of how you pack, I personally like to break apart my flakes and turn them into ribbons and things like that. So
yeah,
for me, it's a pretty easy packing blend.
You don't do the fold and stuff method?
I don't, for the most part.
Yeah, me neither.
Every now and then, but I'm generally a shredder.
A shredder. Hey, now you take it back to my childhood. I got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My first dog was actually named Shredder because of that. Oh man.
There you go.
All right. Very cool. Yeah. So I've tried the fold and stuff many, many times. Have yet to perfect it. One day. One day.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Just to get when I've tried a few times, I've been able to do a couple. Yusuf's a fold and stuff guy. He's a professional.
That's right. Yeah.
What I have a lot of hard time when I'm using fold and stuff is I pack it too tight. Like I'll use too much fold and stuff. Fold stuff works better in air bowls. Yeah, I would agree with that, George. But a lot of time it's easy just for me to overpack it, and then I don't create any airflow through. So I'll get the top going, but then after that, I feel like I constantly have to set flame to it.
Yeah, I have to set flame to my tobacco quite a bit too. Something about it, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll do one fun question here before we start getting into.
I feel attacked. Okay, you're coming at me hard. All right, why? When? Well, I think right now would be good. I like my lights, my display here. But so before I give my spiel and tell you why you're wrong, what do you think?
Traditionally, growing up, we've always been a Friday after Thanksgiving, the next day household. But this year, right before this, actually, my wife and I, we were putting up the Christmas tree and things like that. Right. So, yeah, I guess, but it seems like a lot of folks that I know are decorating much earlier for Christmas this year. And so we're just falling into that, I guess. We are moving to be an earlier decorator now than we have in the past.
And so I was saying, so I was strict until 2 years ago. We will not think about Christmas until we get past Thanksgiving. Friday, game on. But before Thanksgiving, no, you're not touching a Christmas light. And last year, that dang Jeremiah, he puts stuff up really early, and he decorated back here for one of our episodes last year, and it was before Thanksgiving. And so he conned me into letting the wife decorate the weekend before Thanksgiving, earliest I'd ever allowed decorations.
Yeah.
And then this year, well, I watched some video. I forget who it was talking about it. That you only get so many years with your kids, and Christmas is such a wonderful time of the year for them and for us. Why not make it last a little bit longer because you only got so many? So,
Yeah.
man, that kind of hits a little bit. So I was like, you know
Yeah.
what, fine. And the other thing that got me, again, I'm gonna blame Jeremiah. If you ever looked or watched any movies where they cover Thanksgiving in the movie, what do you always see around the house? Christmas decorations. Every single one of them. It's like, fine, twist my arm. So we decorated Veterans Day, actually November 11th. The wife,
Okay. Yeah.
I put the
Nice.
tree up. We started decorating. Yep. And so but again, like you, the earliest I've ever decorated for Christmas. But it's good. I've enjoyed a Christmas tree. I really do enjoy that time. So it is kind of nice to enjoy it a little bit longer.
There we go. Sorry about that, folks. The layout was pretty poor on my end. I'm working off mobile here versus my computer from last time, and I was trying to figure out why we were so small on the stream. So hopefully that's a little better for the viewing experience.
Yeah, Sweaty is me, bigger. Oh, yeah.
Jeremiah, second wave of October. Is this true? Is this a true statement from House of Manners?
I'm not going to say I'm not going to confirm second week of October, but I do know that he waited to put up outside decorations until after Halloween. So they were up before Halloween. I don't know if they were early as next week, but they were up before Halloween. That sorry Joker. He said he didn't want the whole neighborhood turning on him, so he at least waited until November 1st to put up the outside decorations.
Yeah. He he was giving out Christmas candies to the kids for Halloween. Is that what you're telling me?
I think I had little Debbie Christmas trees he was handing out and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like decoration coming down faster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah, I agree. People taking Christmas decorations down faster and faster. So
let's go the opposite then. When is the best time to take them down?
I'm like leave it through New Year's.
Yeah, same. After that, it's like, whenever we get to it, but it's going to stay up until New Year's Day for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not going to cable on that one.
Where I fall.
I put it up early so it'll stay longer. Not put it up early, take it down early. So we
got a true Christmas fan. Through the end of February. Well, that's because you live in Canada and you can't go outside until to the end of February.
Oh, that's funny.
You can't take your Christmas decorations down for a much different reason.
That's right. You're not.
They're frozen in place.
Yeah.
Too funny. Well, let's start getting into the topic then.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw up kind of the question, maybe one of the prompting questions of this. Kind of the thought was to talk about our cellars, tobaccos that we're collecting, how we go about choosing those tobaccos, and that kind of thing. So just kind of talking about the cellaring process in general. So I'm just going to open it up there, maybe Scott, and even just to pose to you the question of like, what is a tobacco cellar, right? Like for you, I haven't really been smoking that long, right? Like, so it's not like I know up until recently what a tobacco cellar is. So how would you, for an idiot like me, how would you describe what a tobacco cellar is?
Well, I don't have a lot more time tobacco smoking than you do. We're the house I'm in, we built April will be 3 years ago. So is that 23? I think, yeah, if my math in there. So we built the house 23, moved in with my parents for about 10 months before that while we built the house. And before that, so I bought my first pipe in 2013. And from 2013 to basically 2022, I had 1 or 2 Boswell blends that I smoked, and I smoked them maybe 3 or 4 times a year total.
Okay.
And so that's all I'd ever done. Pipe smoking was something I just occasionally did, once, twice a year. If I'm just getting bored and weather's perfect, I'll sit on the back porch and smoke a pipe. And it literally it was not more than 3 or 4 times a year. Well, as we were cleaning up our old house and moving stuff out, I found my old pipes, and I was like, you know what? Let's explore this a little bit more while I have quite a bit of extra change in my pocket. And so I didn't start really cellaring until 2022. And that's when I was scanning forums. I was doing everything to find anything that I may like. And of course, like everybody, I went straight to aromatics. Aromatics has got to be what it is. And so I was smoking aromatics left and right, sitting outside my parents' garage, just smoking every aromatic I could get my hands on. And I was buying, 8, 10 tins of tobacco every couple of weeks. I would just get a paycheck comes in, let's buy more tobacco. Paycheck, more tobacco. And so what they call it, cellaring wide. So because I had no idea what I wanted. So I got everything that smelled good. And outside, all you can really do is smell it. Tobacco, all I'd ever smoked was just stuff that smells good. That's why I smoke a pipe. It's just to smell it. And I got all kinds of aromatics. And I came across one, people recommended this Hunting Creek thing from Country Squire. I'd never heard of Country Squire. So I've got some Hunting Creek from them. And then that was, tobacco has taste? What? It opened my eyes completely. And that's when I learned that what I like is Latakia. I do like a lot, or Latakia, as I heard some people say.
Yeah.
So the Latakia is what I've learned that I really like. And so I went from Hunting Creek, which is a nice crossover blend, and I really started exploring the English aromatics. And I started selling wide on English aromatics. And I explored some Burleys and some Virginias and some different things and some vapors, and started, finding those different combinations until what I really narrowed it down was I just like Latakia.
Yeah.
And when I went to a heavy Latakia blend with some English blends, like, okay, that I narrowed it down. So a cellar to me is tobacco, hopefully not as vast, and you pretty much wasted a lot of money like I did. That you can cellar wide or you can cellar deep, or you can do both if you have lots of money.
Yeah.
So once I really narrowed it down, I have a lot of half tins of aromatics that I will never touch. And so to explain what a cellar is storing tobacco that you like, getting them out of the square tins and out of bags, putting them in mason jars, and letting them sit, because they only taste better with age.
Yeah.
And so I've revisited a couple of those aromatics now that they've got 2-3 years on them. Some of them are not good at all. They were a lot better when they were fresh.
Yeah.
So we're that, to me, that's just I keep looking that direction. I have a big old wall unit full of tobacco, and that's just a fraction of what I have. But I keep looking at it, going, I got jars everywhere. I should have bought stock in mason jars right before I started my cellar, because I have so many mason jars.
Yeah.
And so I cut myself off after a couple hundred. I got to stop. I'm not going to buy more until I empty the ones I got out.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been doing. I've started to cellar now that the last year, especially with Sutliff closing, I really started, okay, now that I've really narrowed it down, what I really like, let's buy a lot of it. With Sutliff closing, let's buy a lot of what I can't get anymore. And so that their 504C, I think I have about 3 pounds of it, because that is a good English aromatic. And if you don't know, English aromatic or that 504C is their attempt to remake Frogmorton.
Yeah.
And give a shout out to James Kopp. James Kopp said he was up at Richmond, and he went in and talked to Jake McKenna or Jeremy, one of the two. And they gave him a tin of Frogmort and 504C, and he said you could smell them side by side. They smelled exactly the same.
Sure.
So they're very, very similar. Frogmorton is my kryptonite. I love it. That's what it is. That's my go-to blend. 504C is their attempt, which is phenomenal.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've had what's it? Ken Byron Ventures. They came
I
out
haven't
with,
had any of his stuff.
Oh, you're missing out. And there's some great stuff there. They came out with. Have you ever? I'm Raymond. Do you ever had Frogmorton? You ever had that one?
I've had
Or
one bowl
504C?
of it before.
Okay, we are tied then in bowl. Well, no, I did have 2 bowls. So I've had 2 bowls of actual Frogmorton, but it was I was at that time I was comparing it to Northwoods before I knew about 504C.
Yeah.
But the yeah, so Throgmorton. Ken Byron came up with Throgmorton. It's supposed to be just like Frogmorton with a little bit less topping. And I
Sure.
got to say, it's pretty daggone good.
Yeah.
And so I'm starting to sell a little deep on Throgmorton when I can. Well, every time you post a few for sale, I try to steal a couple or
Okay.
buy a couple. Yeah. Well,
Quick
that's
quick
go ahead.
question here from
Okay.
Jorf. Is that
Topic.
an Olin pipe? It's a Grunwald. Maybe
Yep. So,
he got corrected there. But he asks, how do you find the round wood tip as opposed to the flat button style? Right. So just so folks are aware, the button on a pipe stem is this part right here, the very tip, kind of the part where you clench.
yeah. So this one, it just has the little wooden piece and get that semi-focus
Mm-hmm.
there. And that's just, it's one solid piece. It does not come off. At least I've not tried hard enough. And so I don't think it comes off. I guess maybe it does. That'd be a question for Pipes of Old. But yes, what is a Grunwald pipe? Pipes of Old on YouTube. And it is, the stem does come apart. You can see it kind of where it breaks right there.
Yep.
So it does come apart. But other than that, it's just all, so it's just two pieces. I don't know.
How do you like do you prefer a general acrylic mouthpiece like this?
Ooh,
Can you find like you can't really clench that pipe? That's at least my assumption that it's really that you couldn't really clench that. I don't know. So how do you find something like that opposed to a stem, a mouthpiece that has an actual button?
Great question. No idea. I do.
Sure.
I mean, I like. I don't know. I don't know what he did different to the tip, but you can see an obvious line between the two. So maybe there's the way he put it on there. But it's so smooth. If I had more pipes with this kind of tip, that's probably all I would smoke. It's so smooth. It's so nice. I do like the rounded tip. It's the only one I have that has a rounded tip on it. I mean, like the other pipe I'm gonna smoke out of later does have a nice or square button on there. But yeah, I love it. I've not clenched it. Again, this was this was one of my nicer pipes, so I'm not going to put teeth marks all over it because I am a bit of a clincher, especially when I'm trying to do anything else with my hands.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I love it. It's
Yusuf says here that that's also referred to as a bullet mouthpiece. So
maybe because it's shaped like a bullet, huh?
Be.
The more you know. Need one of those. Was it PBS? The more you know, or NBC, the Star.
Ted Rogers, he said that he bought 2 pounds of 504C when Sutliff closed down, so he's with you on the train there.
Smart
he also
man.
says if it's something that I think I'll like, I'll buy 1 jar. If I know I'll like it, I'll buy 8 ounces. If I know I really like it, I'll buy a pound. Limited releases or difficult tobaccos, always 4 tins. And that's a decent rule of thumb, especially, like let's take small batch, for example. Like if you're just getting into that or something like that, if you buy a couple tins to try them or something like that, to give it a try, to give it a shot.
Yeah.
And then when they come out the next year, something like that, that's the time where you can say, oh, I really like this small batch. I gave it a shot. I'm gonna buy whatever the tin limit is, right? I'll buy 8 tins, 10 tins, whatever they allow. Or if it's something that you bought a tin of, you smoked through the tin, or you smoked a few bowls, and you said, I don't like it, I didn't really like it, then you can kind of pass up on that.
Yeah, that's what gets me every time. But when these brand new small batches come out, it's like, am I gonna like it? Am I not gonna like it? I can only buy it once, and if I really love it, then I should have bought more. If I hate it, then I should have bought less. I just never know. So I do like the 410s is pretty good because really, if you don't like it, you have enough. You could save it for a year or two and sell it for decent money, probably. But if you do like it, you have enough to smoke it for a while. Because what's the average? A 2 ounce tin you can get about 25, 30 smokes out of, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So you got a pretty good amount there.
Yeah.
Northwood. Okay. All right, now we're talking Northwoods. Okay, so Northwoods is good. Well, it's really good. Aged Northwoods is even better. And a lot of people compare Northwoods to Frogmorton. I think Northwoods focuses more on the English aspect of Frogmorton, whereas like 504C includes more of the aromatic property to me.
Okay.
So
you've smoked all these. So you've got
Northwoods
from Boswell's, which is often compared to Frogmorton. 504C, Throgmorton from Ken Byron Ventures. And then have you ever had the Chalet, like Frogmorton Chalet from Ravenwood?
I have. That was totally different. I actually went into that. I did an episode on that sometime last year. I don't remember. You
Yeah.
haven't watched all my episodes? Oh, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. I went into Frogmorton Chalet or Chalet, however you say it, and thinking it's going to be Frogmorton. But the minute I opened that tin, I went, "Ooh, this is not Frogmorton."
Mhm.
It was mostly just an aromatic. So I guess you got Frogmorton in the middle. Northwoods really focuses on the English aspect, and it is similar, but it does have some different components. But it is similar. Whereas then you can go Chalet. It's going to just focus more on the aromatic side of Frogmorton. And I don't think he claimed that it was Frogmorton. I could be
Sure.
wrong, just other than the name.
Yeah.
But to me, it was totally different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really put him. I really wouldn't put him in the same ballpark, honestly.
So where would you put like so if you got Northwoods as more English, like heavier, where would you put Throgmorton, the Ken Byron Ventures blend, and then 504C?
Ooh, okay. 504. I got to smoke some more 504C. I've been stuck on Throgmorton for a couple of weeks now. It is very smooth, and I'm going to put it close. The closest of the three to Frogmorton is going to be Throgmorton to me.
Okay.
504C's got a little more of the aromatic aspect. I don't get as much of that Latakia flavor in the 504C. It's there, but it's not as strong as what I remember Frogmorton. But
Yeah.
I know, speaking of, I know cellar, I'm sure a great question, probably going to come up about what is something I really prize in my cellar. That's going to be one of them. That is the old Frog on a Log. I have 200-ounce tins, but they're both sealed. I've not opened one of them. So I smoked Frogmorton given to me by somebody. They brought a half a tin over and said, "Hey, you want to try some?" I do. And that's when I learned that I really love it. But I've not, other than that night, I had 2 bowls of it. I've not smoked it since.
Yeah.
But from what I remember, because that's just one of the things where, you have just an experience. It's like, I was having an experience.
Yeah.
Like I had a bunch of guys over to the house. We were all smoking, and I tuned them all out. I was over just having a moment.
Yeah.
It was that good. Northwoods aged. Northwoods brand new, not Frogmorton. But now that my Northwoods I've had, it has a couple years of age on it now. It is getting closer. So I do see what people will say. Have never compared it to Frogmorton. So Frogmorton's good. 504C is the aromatic side. Northwoods the English side. And I would give Ken Byron's Throgmorton probably the closest that I've had to the actual
especially fresh, it sounds like.
Yes. Yeah, Throgmorton fresh is what I can remember Frogmorton tasted like.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's helpful to know. I actually didn't realize that Ken Byron Ventures had that. But I don't follow like his blends and stuff super closely.
Yeah.
Jorfier said that that is Ravenwood, James from Ravenwood, never compared it to McLellan Frogmorton. So like you were saying, it's really just Frogmorton in name only. It's not not related. It's not an attempt at doing it. So,
and I wish I'd have known that before I went into it, because I went into, oh man, this is gonna be like just a little twist on Frogmorton. And boy, was I wrong. I should have read the label. Yeah. I'm an idiot. What can I say?
So for me and my cellar, like I don't really have a very large cellar at all. Well, like it depends on who you ask. For like, what is a large cellar? So for you, like talking about your early journey in pipe tobacco, if you're only smoking 4 times a year, right? I mean, how big of a cellar do you really need to keep that sustainable? Right? You only need a few tins. If you're only smoking a pipe 4 times a year, that 1 tin that lasts you 20 smokes will last you 5 years.
Yeah.
So in some sense, it's relative as to how often you smoke. Now, if you are smoking 3-4 times a day, or once a day, every day of the week, or something like that, right? Now you have to have a deeper cellar. You have to have a larger amount of tobacco on hand to kind of last you and things like that. But so all that to say, so for me, like how often do I smoke? And the summertime was definitely more, just because it was nicer out, and I can't remember if I said it before we went live or whatnot, but I don't have a place at my house to smoke inside. I'm at like a local club here. They've got a little private room, and so that's now kind of where I'm smoking. And so I really kind of do once or twice a week, and I'll smoke like two or maybe 3 bowls at the most. So I'm still probably getting that like 4 to 6 smokes in a week or something like that, which is probably what I was doing, I was probably just smoking one bowl a day, most of
Yeah.
the week or something like that. So as far as how much I'm smoking, it's not terribly different. But all that to say, like I'll go through like 1.5 tins in a month or something like that, So
Yeah.
really in a year, it's not even 20 tins. And like you were saying, in your early days, you buy 8 tins every month or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I've probably purchased. I know I purchased because I've got some sitting by me here to show some blends. At least a pound of tobacco, like in the last month, right? And that
Yeah.
lasts a long time.
Right.
But as far as what am I cellaring, or how do I choose what's in my cellar, we can kind of get into this a little bit.
Mhm.
Like you mentioned, in the beginning stages, you're trying to figure out what you like. You're trying to go through that discovery phase for a lot of pipe smokers. But then once you smoke like a particular blend, like for you, it was Northwoods. You said it was like the first blend that you right. What did you say it was Northwoods?
Is Hunting Creek was what
Hunting
I
Creek. You said
like a
Hunting
lot of
Creek.
Kia.
Sorry
Yeah, and
about
it
that.
led to Northwoods. But yeah.
I don't watch your
Yeah.
videos. I'm not even listening to you while we're doing our live stream. Like, but for me, one of the blends. So, and I again just because it was an incredible experience, was going to the Capital Land show earlier this year,
Yeah.
and I acquired an 8-ounce can of plum pudding.
Mhm.
And I opened it up instantly, and I smoked it. And I like first bowl, I knew that this was a blend that I wanted to cellar, like that this was a blend
Yeah.
that I wanted a lot of. Like I loved it, and that was probably the first blend that I smoked that was really like that. Before that point, a lot of the tobaccos that I was smoking were gifted to me from the fellow who got me into pipe smoking. Um, I had like some different Virginias, like Sam Gallup Full Virginia or like Golden
Okay.
Slice, a
Mhm.
couple of different like English blends and all this kind of stuff. But it was just like more exploration. But it wasn't even in that exploration wasn't focused on anything really in particular. And so for me, it was like, well, how do I even build my cellar? Because I don't want to end up with 100 jars that are, there's a few bowls smoked out of, because now it's like, well, what am I going to do with these? you know,
Yeah.
um, do I toss them, or like how do what should you do with those? And I'm going to throw the question back up. What's in your cellar? Nothing, nothing wrong with that. George says. We got a couple comments. I'll scroll back to the comments here in a minute to go through. Um, so, but this was already post Sutliff news and everything, right? And
Mhm.
um, plum pudding was on the decline, basically. And
Mhm.
so I would order a couple tins of plum pudding, like a month, like 2 tins from Pipes and Cigars, because that was really the
Mhm.
only place that still
Yeah.
had it. Um, and then I was able to acquire a few pounds of plum pudding and its variants in a trade. So I had,
Yeah.
again, like some gifted tobaccos and things like that. And knowing that plum pudding was one that I want to cellar more heavily on, I was able to trade a few of those for like 3 pounds on
Nice.
plum pudding. So it was a mix of 8-ounce cans of standard plum pudding, some tins of special reserve, and some tins of the bourbon barrel aged.
Mm.
So as far as my cellar goes, that's the one tobacco that I have the most of. Um,
Nice.
and then I have some others that I haven't smoked, again because
Yeah.
it's compared to plum pudding a little bit, but it's Mississippi River.
Okay.
Have you ever smoked
Yeah.
that?
I've smoked. Oh yeah, both of those. Yep.
Yeah. They say Mississippi. Maybe you can chime in, because again, I haven't smoked Mississippi River, but that they're kind of compared, like that they're similar,
They
but
do. Yeah.
Mississippi River leans more into the Virginia aspect, a little bit more so than plum pudding potentially. Um,
Yeah. I
Not really
actually haven't
sure.
smoked. I haven't really smoked either one of them in a while. Because like
Yeah,
you, I bought quite a few tins when they announced they were closing because I love plum pudding. That bourbon barrel aged is so good.
is that your
Um,
favorite variant?
of the plum pudding, yes. But I have not had the Christmas one.
Okay.
Did you get any of that one?
Mm.
Was it figgy pudding? I keep looking down. So it's I knew at some point I was gonna try to squeeze it in. With the plum pudding Christmas spirit, that's what it is. So I was able to get. I got 2 tins. That's all I got of that one. But it was because it was so expensive. I was like, oh, because it came out in 23, so a year before they announced the closing. And so I got 210s thinking, maybe it'd be kind of good. And then they announced their closing and didn't make any more. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
get another round of it now that Cornell and Dill's bought, or I guess it's now working with Seattle Pipe Co. to make their stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll get some back. I don't know if it's going to be the same. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's
But yeah.
definitely so they're actually supposedly in December. I think they were originally supposed to come in
Mhm.
November, but I think right now it's planned that those blends will be available in
Gotcha.
December. So I'm definitely interested in trying those, but I don't think
And
that it's the variations. I think it's just the blends are Mississippi
Mhm.
River, plum pudding, and
Okay.
hogshead are the
Okay.
three that at least they're kind
Those are
of
good
like
ones. Yeah.
announcing and that they've posted up on.
But that Mississippi, did you get any of the rum barrel Mississippi River?
I didn't. It's just the
Yeah.
standard Mississippi River.
That I tried Mississippi River. It was okay. Again,
Mm-hmm.
I liked a lot of Kia. I'm not Virginia's is good, not as great. So I know the Mississippi River had the more Virginia, but that rum barrel age has a sweetness to it. Oh, it's so good. It's good. It's not an aromatic, but it just has a little extra undertone of sweetness from being, I guess, in the rum barrel. It's that one in the bourbon barrel. I'd have to really think about which one I like more, because those are both plum pudding, bourbon, and Mississippi River rum.
Yeah,
Those are two good blends.
yeah. So for me, I would almost consider like that I have two pieces to my cellar. Like I have a
Mhm.
cellar of tobaccos that I'm storing, right?
Yeah.
Tobaccos that I'm
Yep.
buying amounts of to have on hand, like blends that I love. And then
Hmm.
another piece would be like I don't even know if I would consider it as part of my cellar, right? But they're tins that I'm trying.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to smoke through to figure out certain things that I want. And again, I may have talked about this before, but I'm trying to smoke through like GLP's
Yeah.
the catalog, right? And so there's a few in there that I've already smoked that I know that I will cellar. Like one being Horizons. I
Okay.
absolutely love Horizons. I
Yeah.
smoked like basically the whole tin, and then I had like a little bit left, and I smoked a little bit, like a small bowl earlier today. And I hadn't
Hmm.
smoked it in a while, and it reminded me like how much I really like Horizons. And
Yeah.
it just confirmed, like, yeah, that's a blend that I will be cellaring.
Hmm.
And so I'm trying to work through that through some other blends as well, just to figure out what things that I want. So for me, I've got plum pudding that I consider to be kind of in my cellar,
Hmm.
and then those few cans of Mississippi River. And I also, just like you, really like English blends. Like I love English blends. And I haven't popped any yet, but I did get 4 tins of this year's From Beyond release.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm pretty confident that I will enjoy. I've heard a few good things.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I actually have. I bought some. I just
Mhm.
haven't put it into my cellar. It's still sitting here next to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Yeah, so I've actually got a tin beside me that I'm planning on cracking tonight, actually.
nice.
So
Okay.
so I probably would also consider some of that. And I've got again like the rest of what's in my cellar is
Hmm.
like just random tins, like tins here and there, not necessarily things um, that I'm like kind of building up. Yusuf says here daily smoking blends and storage. You know that's the difference,
Oh,
and that's actually
yeah.
not a bad like distinction between that, right?
Hmm.
Your cellar kind of things that you're aging and things of that nature. So I'm gonna go back up
Yeah.
and cover some of the comments that we missed here. Determined jellyfish, how's it going? Thank you for joining. Try to get through here. Look at this, Yusuf, 12 bowls a
12
day.
bowls. My
That's
man.
quite impressive.
Now, I want who used to challenge you the was there's one guy used to do a challenge. He did it every year. He would smoke a bowl for the day of the month. So like on say December 1st, you smoke one bowl. December 2nd, you
Oh
smoke two
yeah.
bowls. The third, three bowls. And
What?
he did it out of the same exact corn cob. I forget who it was.
Wow.
But that's what he would, and he did it every year, and he got to 30 bowls. Like, how do you smoke 30
What?
bowls in a day? I have no idea.
He's got to be
But
smoking short bowls or something. That's
it's got to
wild.
be. But
I've
he'll use
not
the
seen
same
that.
pipe. Yeah, but still 12 bowls. Man,
Yeah, that's
that's
quite a
that's
few.
that's a lot of tobacco.
Yeah. Termin jellyfish smoking after dinner bowl every day and 3 on the weekend. I like it.
Nice.
Perpan,
80+
welcome Perpan. I
jars.
don't recognize your name here.
Mm-mm.
80 jars with a couple bowls out of them. Happy with it. So yeah, so you kind of a tin popper, and again, there's nothing wrong with that
Yeah.
because
No.
you still open a tin, put it in a jar, like it still ages and all
Yeah.
that kind of all that good
Exactly.
stuff. So let's see, German jellyfish sounds like he's got about 20 jars in the cellar. Perpan,
Not bad.
another proponent of
Ooh.
GLPs. I love the
Yeah.
peace blends that I've tried. I've tried a few. I had a really aged tin of Jackknife Plug, but it's difficult to throw that in the mix just because of how much age was on it. But
Yeah.
it's still delicious. Meridian, I have not tried Meridian. I haven't had that one yet.
I've heard great. I actually have a tin of it, but I haven't cracked it yet.
Yeah.
It's in my ever growing pile of things I want to eventually open up and try.
Jorf is using Canadian lingo, a tube rotation. What
in a tube rotation?
He says he meant current, but it's
okay.
It's the Canadian jargon, I think, slipping through. But yeah, cellar blends that you're storing away versus things that are in your current rotation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's a good kind of working definition of that.
For sure.
Jellyfish, 5 jars are prepared black Irish twist.
Okay.
I haven't had that. Is that the strong one, or that's something
I think
else?
so. I think that's one of the stronger ones. I've tried the rum rope twist or whatever it is. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the only rope one I've ever tried of their twist stuff. But it was good. But
5
I think
jars,
the black Irish is stronger.
And then the Sillums collections: red, blue, green, black, and some mixed bags. Yeah, so actually, the German jellyfish is kind of interesting. Like for me, a lot of what I have is like Cornell and Deal products, right? GLPs, Cornell and Deal itself, or whatever. And then the plum pudding stuff. So it's kind of funny here. Most of your collection are European mixes, right? The Black Irish Twist, is that Gallic Hogarth, right? That's
yeah, I think so. Yep.
And Salem's like, just some European mixes, so that's pretty fun. Pipes of Old in the house.
Hey.
Very cool.
Smoking your pipe. Welcome.
Welcome. See Smokes Pipes, welcome. Yeah, Determined Jellyfish says, yep, a fan of. And that's actually something I like to explore more. It's difficult because there's so many tobaccos out there, right? Like, you get, like, Cornell and Deal themselves has such a huge array of tobaccos. And so then, again, like, even in Cornell and Deal, as far as who they make, right? You have Cornell and Deal themselves, you have GLPs, which isn't blended by Cornell and Deal, but manufactured by them. You've got like their warped line, which is like in relation to the warped cigars, which is again like its whole line. So trying to explore all these, and then you've got the European circuit, right? Like things like Robert McConnell, Freeboard Trier, all this kind of stuff. So it makes it kind of like. So here's a good question actually. How do you determine, like, you have things that you like? How do you go about saying, I'm going to buy more of what I like versus I'm going to go out and try more blends? I've heard some people talk about, like, they know what they like, and so they don't necessarily try new blends because they already have things that they like.
Right.
So I'm kind of curious, actually, for you, like, do you still find yourself trying out, like, purchasing tins of new releases or things that you haven't smoked? Do you find yourself purchasing like more of what you like? Yeah.
Sorry, tobacco. Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, well, again, I still get suckered in. It's like, oh, it's a limited edition. It's a small batch. Oh, it might be really good. It might be really terrible, but it also might be really good. So I did get suckered in. So I've gotten some of pretty much every small batch that's come out, at least by Cornell and Deal, and some of the other ones. Trying to think of anything else came out, but I'm a sucker for new blend because they always say you're always on the hunt for that one unicorn blend. It's just so good, and I think I found it in Frogmorton, but it's gone. I have to come across a Frogmorton. I can't just go wait for the next release. and so it's like I'm constantly chasing that Frogmorton, and I think I found it with Northwoods and Throgmorton and 504C. And maybe there's another one that's even closer than Throgmorton.
Yeah.
Maybe this is going to be it, man. Maybe Frogmorton was the unicorn until I tried the next From Beyond. Oh, that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Horizon's good. I mean, all I guess I'm a sucker for a series too. They had
Mm-hmm.
the what is it? The Pipe Force. Of course, I
Yeah.
got 3 or 4 tins of every single one of them because they were good. And the first one really wasn't even that great, but I got suckered in to keep buying it because I wanted to have the whole series. And they got better. That last one was really good.
Okay.
But now that I really know what I like, if it's an aromatic, I'm probably not going to buy it.
Sure.
I just, again, I've learned what I like, and I saw read about the blend, and if it's got some Latakia in it, I'm probably going to get some to try it out. But I'm at the point now where I have so much tobacco that I know I like. If I don't like it, I'll probably give it away. And I won't. And if it's an aromatic, I'm not even going to touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, while his comment was up there, pipes of old, Grunwald pipe, smoking out of it. Thank you, sir. Still a great pipe. Putting it away because I just finished the bowl. But it's yeah. So yes, there's pipes of old. So, hopefully he can confirm too that he's the guy that made it. I think he is. But yeah, so I still get suckered in if I think I'm going to like the components. But I will pass if I think it's not going to be very good. If it's more aromatic-y, I've passed on quite a few blends because I don't think I'm going to like it. But that was hard until I figured out what I really like.
Yeah. What? 2 more questions. How much, like, if you were to guess in pounds or number of tins or whatever, like, how much tobacco would you say that you've got? And what would be like the top 3 tobaccos that you have the most of? And what, like, how much of each of those, if you could estimate?
Is my wife still on here? No. So if I had to guess, so I was gifted by Jake McKenna a lot of tobacco. So I'm going to take that out of the picture because that's. So I'm trying to do some math here of what I got left. I'm probably in the neighborhood of, because of the stuff I bought recently, probably approaching 60 or 70 pounds of tobacco. And I only the most I have is 3 pounds of their Sutliff sweated, and I think it's 2 or 3 pounds of the 504C, and the rest of it are mostly single tins. I got a lot of single tins. Yep, I got a lot of those. But what I've cellared the deepest on 504C, I got a lot of. I probably got a pound and a half of Northwoods.
Mm-hmm.
Rougarou from Watch City. I don't like vapors, but dadgum, that thing with about a year or 2 of aged is so good.
Did you get the latest drop?
Of course I did.
Yeah, did you? Nice.
Again, a sucker because it's about to go out. So I had to get, maybe one of the last times to get it. So I had to get it. So I got 8 more ounces. But again, I won't touch that stuff for at least a couple of years. I'm just going to let it just sit in a jar and just age because it is good.
Who's been commenting, he has the same opinion on Rougarou. Like, fresh, it's okay. But with a year of age or more, like, it's very good, he said.
Yeah.
I
bought 4 ounces a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And tried it fresh. Like, oh, this is terrible. Why? And so I gave away some to a couple friends.
Yeah.
And I was actually golfing with one of those friends about 6 months later. He's like, oh, I got some of that Rougarou. You want to try it? I was like, yeah, sure. Okay. And he's like, oh man, this is good. And now that same original batch is now, I think it's 2.5 years old. I just had some right before the release just to celebrate the release coming up.
Yeah.
Man, it's only gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
I just miss the high Virginia component. The age is so good.
Yeah.
But that's good. A little bit of age is really good.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't have a YouTube channel or anything like that, but he's been to a number of shows and he certainly is involved in the pipe community. But Dave Paranuk, I don't know if that's who. He might have been in like Snob Free Pipe Smokers. Like, I think he's a little active on Facebook or whatever, but everybody calls him Canada Dave. And he is just like a Watch City proponent in general. Like, he's smoked quite a bit of their blends and stuff, and he loves Rougarou. Like, that's probably, because I just asked him this actually recently, and I think that was his top 1 or 2 Watch City blends was Rougarou. So if anybody watching likes Virginia, particularly like a red Virginia blend, Watch City Rougarou is one to look out for. That's only going to be released 2 times left. One in the spring and one next fall sometime.
April 1st and October 31st.
There you go. All right.
Yep.
Determined Jellyfish, I made the comment about the European blends. Prefer the bold or richer blends. Okay, nice. Like Big and Burley and Haunted Bookshop. Yeah.
Haunted Bookshop. It still smells like dirty gym socks. I don't know what it is. But again, give it a little bit of age and it starts opening up. It does taste pretty good.
Yeah. Steve Smokes Pipes. He said before that he used to like a lot of English Latakia blends, but now he's moved more to Virginia Flake. Still occasional English and stuff mixed in there, but it's kind of more on the Virginia Flake, which I think is a you see these mixes and he explains further, right? Variety is the spice of life, right? Yeah. You like to kind of mix things up, and like even I'm going through this. Like when I first started smoking, I wasn't really sure what I liked. And then I really liked plum pudding, was smoking that kind of exclusively for a little bit. And then I began to like and transition into a lot more English blends. And then after smoking this luxury twist flake, I've smoked this a handful of times, and it has reminded me like how much I enjoy Virginia flakes. I'm like, man, I forgot how much I enjoy the notes that I get from, some of the brighter Virginia notes and things like that. Yeah, so
that's what lit up in the pipe here. I've not had this before. This is the first time. And it is nice and smooth. I like that.
Yeah.
And I did change pipes too. I don't know if you heard that Nording Pipes just announced they're closing at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So in honor of that, I do have 2 Nording pipes. This is one of them. So this is I don't know what you call that with a slant. Is that a sitter? I don't know what you call it.
That would be like a poker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Poker. I really know her. So that's my Nording pipe. So I got to your Peter Stokeby, Stokeby.
Yeah.
Or whatever, how you say that. That's your luxury twist. This is good. I like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I find it tasty. I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but
Oh, she's here. Okay. I mean, I have a few tins. That's about all I got after that from the cellars. That's not much.
Yeah. Osmanthus Briary Ephemeris.
Okay.
That's a vapor, right?
The Ephemeris is a straight Virginia.
That's straight Virginia.
He just came out with a Ephemeris with Perique. And it sold out within a couple days. So we had another batch that also sold out within a couple days.
Okay.
So there may be more coming. They're starting to kind of expand their line too. The Briary.
Yeah.
And if you ever want a nice tobacco shop in the South, I've not done Country Squire, but it's going to have to have a lot to beat the Briary. The Briary is a really cool place.
The Country Squire is moving. I don't know. Did you know that? Did we talk about that?
I saw the article. They're moving like across the street almost. Like it's like a half mile away, but a lot bigger building apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, they bought a standalone building or whatever.
You ever been
to
the old building?
What's that?
Have you ever been to the old building?
I haven't.
Yeah. It's only like, I think 3 or 4 hours. I think it's like 3 hours from here.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's pretty close then, actually.
Yeah. And it's all back roads. They had interstate. I get there about an hour and a half. It's not that far, but it's all back roads. So it's because it's in the middle of nowhere, Mississippi.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I like this.
Let's see. Awesome Manners asks, has anyone tried Japanese blends? I have not. I'm not sure if he's still on, but I believe again Jorf has tried some Japanese blends, or at least like some Japanese tobacco and some Japanese cigarettes recently.
So that's the other thing I'm a sucker for. Like when they came out with the HU tobacco. I know it's not Japanese, but well, I had to buy one of almost all of them just to see. I've not cracked the first 10, but I got a whole selection of them. And so I just, you just never know. I don't know what I don't know. So let's buy 10 and see what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Japanese Kazami tobacco. So that's like a particular tobacco. So you ever see the little like Japanese? Again, I don't know the name, but they probably could let me know. But they're just a tiny bowl that the pipes, Japanese pipes. Have you seen these?
Are you sure that's tobacco?
Yeah.
Okay.
It,
'Cause
it's a
I've seen.
real it's a real small kizaru. Thank
Okay.
you, Josh. It's just a real tiny metal pipe essentially that you put
Okay.
this tobacco in.
Hmm.
It looks very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might could buy a lot
So
of tins of that if I just put a little bitty pinch on it. Okay. One
there
tin
you
is all
go.
I need for a while. Okay.
The
I like
tobacco
it.
will last you a long time. Country Squire cup of coffee is one of my go-to. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's certainly a staple
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the pipe world these days.
Yeah. That one and that Honey Creek. I mean, I got those pretty deep. They're good.
This is I'm assuming the other Canadian, the other half to be on the burl. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
Penny farthing would be a good tobacco
Okay.
for those Japanese pipes. Penny farthing is just a great blend in general. Have you
Really?
tried that?
I have not.
It's
Good.
great.
Okay.
It's like a mix. Virginia, Perique, Darkfire, Kentucky. It's a shag cut. It packs really nicely. It's a really tasty blend.
Okay.
Seb, thank you for joining, friend. Appreciate it.
And so it's if you're when we're talking about cellars, we got cellar and wide, cellar and deep. What about prized possession of the cellar? I already showed you a couple of mine. What you got that's I know so you got some plum puddings, Mississippi River. Any other prized possessions you have open or waiting to open?
Thank you for continuing the discussion here. We're like
Yeah.
closing in on an hour already.
Yeah,
I don't even know how that happens.
I pulled some back. I want to talk about it.
Yeah. So I actually recently acquired some of these.
Okay.
So I have a friend who's getting married soon, and
Mhm.
I don't have a tobacconist near me, anywhere close to me. T-Brain, how's it going? Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, there's a man I can get along with. P-Brain. Hey, we're on the same page here.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
But like one thing that I don't have, again, just because of how long I've been smoking, is aged tobacco, right? And I've been able to have the opportunity of smoking things with age because of going to like the pipe show earlier this year and having some friends who have sent me some tins with age.
Yeah.
And if you haven't had the chance to smoke a tobacco with age, age does do wonderful things to a lot of tobaccos. Like it's just a fact, and it's really enjoyable to do that. So probably the things that are most prized are things that I recently acquired. So again, this was a gift from a friend, but I got this tin of Westminster. So this is a 16-ounce can. I've never tried Westminster, but this is going on 20 years old. So this is a can from 2008. So you can see under the lid, but this thing,
nice, is
going to explode.
That's awesome.
So it's very cool. So I probably will be opening this soon, actually, to pop this, and I'll jar it up. But I wanted to send some samples out to some friends of mine. And then another thing that I got along with that, because somebody at the tobacconist when I was visiting my buddy, he was selling off his collection basically, and so the other tin that I got alongside that, this is a tin from 2006 of GLP's Telegraph Hill. So again, like these stuck out to me because I'm kind of been on a GLP's like exploration hunt, and so these were two tins like in that collection that really stuck out to me. And
that's awesome.
Such a sick tin. It is like what's very cool about this tin of Westminster. What I love about it is it has this awesome green and gold can. I don't think that they make them like this anymore. Like I think it's the silver colored like tin can, and I think that they remove the color. Like I think it's just kind of black and white now that they don't do the color print of it. So it's very cool. It's very cool. So
and I only know this because have you ever seen Mutton Chop Piper?
Yeah.
So that's his favorite blend. He did some blend countdown.
Is it?
Last
I
year.
didn't know that.
And he said, what Westminster is my favorite blend, but it has to have, I want to say he said 8 or 10 years of age on it. He wants so he has a cellar that he every year he pulls out the ones that have reached that age and smokes those while the rest of them are getting closer. So I bought 3 or 4 tins. And he's like, well, I guess I'll come back to it. So I can't even tell you where it is because I pretty much hit it for myself. So I don't even know if it's any good. I'm going to get the 8 years ago. This sucks. I don't know. But I do have some that I'm put away. That's how I know the color of the tins have changed. It's because I bought some to put away and just revisit in years.
Yeah. So those would probably be the most prized tins
Okay.
in my collection, just due to the age, and
Mhm.
I've actually had the opportunity to chat a little bit with Greg, like the blender of GLPs,
Really
um, just
nice.
on Instagram and things like that.
Okay.
So they also just have a cool connection because of that too. So um, that's kind of why those would fall in
Just a
that
little subtle
category.
brag. Yeah, yeah. Me and Greg, we're on first name
No,
basis.
no, no, no,
It's
no.
just
We're
fine.
not.
Yeah, yeah. He calls me up on the weekends. We just chill out and smoke.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about pipe people.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's so approachable, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody is so approachable in pipes. So it's really neat. And then the other thing
Yeah.
that I don't have, but is
Mm-hmm.
still so it's not a prized thing in my cellar. But we're talking about Throgmorton earlier.
Yeah.
The fellow who got me into pipes
Mm-hmm.
is a huge fan of Throgmorton, and as you know, like you can't find it. And
Mm-hmm.
so there was a tin of Throgmorton along with these that the guy was selling off, and it was Throgmorton. Um, not across the pond. It's whatever Throgmorton has Perique.
Ooh, I don't know.
Throgmorton on the Bayou.
Oh, okay, on the bayou.
Because it's
Okay, not
Louisiana
that one.
Perique, so it's on the Bayou. So there was a 100-gram tin of that
All
that
right,
that I
thank you.
picked up. So
Okay, nice. Well,
so
I was
let's.
just
What about you? So that's enough of me. Kind of maybe some of my
yeah.
my prized tins. What say
So
you, Scott?
yeah, so I showed you my my extensive Krogmorton collection, all both of them. And
It's
I
actually
got
pretty good. I mean, all things considered, that's a pretty good
I
bit of Throgmorton on your hands.
I paid a pretty good amount for it too. Um, I got one at
Only
Muletown.
like $20 a tin.
Yeah. My wife's still watching, right? Yeah. About $20 a tin. So, I was just it's good. Um, the Christmas Spirit, it's a prized possession, but I've not opened it, so it may be terrible, it may be great. But the plum pudding Christmas Spirit, I'll open that up at some point. I don't know. This one's already got 2 years of age. We'll see. But I mean, I have quite a few age tins that I've picked up along the way. I have a pretty good amount of Esoterica. Not opened it
Mm,
up. One day I will. But I think to me a prize is I would say something I've tried, but I've not tried Christmas Spirit, so I'm contradicting my own self. But I think one I'm most excited about. I'm only gonna smoke 1 or 2 bowls a year. I saw somebody mention it earlier, but Nile of Nine, they came
yeah.
out with their Christmas blend last year, Marley's Deep Reserve.
Yes.
Let me to that. That stuff is so good.
Yeah.
I it's so I had 2 bowls last year. The first one was again an experience. It's like this is so good. So I had one more bowl to make sure it was the same, and it was. It's like okay,
Yeah.
this has to go somewhere. I will smoke it all right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to probably my 1 or 2 bowls again this year, and then
Mm,
I'll that's gonna be kind of my that's my treat to myself. Merry Christmas to me. Here's a so that's probably those are my three probably most I could say prized possessions.
yeah.
Now, if you can kind of see, yeah, this jar full of 504C, this one, straight from the hands of Jake McKenna himself.
Yeah.
The glass jar. This was at Sutliff. Did you ever get up to go to Richmond to see Sutliff?
Mm-mm.
It was a really cool place. But we went to the last Sutliff show in October, right before they announced the closing.
Yep. Yep.
And so they had this whole little cool, like I think they call it the shopping experience. You could walk in, tell them what kind of blends you like, and they'd have stuff out for you, the pipes that you mentioned that you liked, and you could kind of choose from. You could see the whole factory. And so I got to do that. But they had this in that room when you first walk in, this big old room. They had almost all of their blends all in these exact same jars all
Yep.
across the front. I mean, they probably had 60 or 70 of them. And so I got to know Jake McKenna, who's the brother of Jeremy, who ran the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to know him. And he's like, "Hey, we're getting rid of all of our stuff. Which one's your favorite blend?" I said, "Well, it's 504C. I mean, obviously, come on."
Yeah.
And he said, "Okay, I'm going to send you something." And he sent me this jar, which has had probably hundreds of people's hands in it, including mine.
Yeah.
But this was from that room.
Yeah.
It was on the
That's really
shelf.
cool. That's
So
very cool.
that's probably I guess you say prize tobacco. That's
Yeah.
that jar
It's
is
got a
not really
great story.
It does. It's got the cool
Yeah.
story. It's already drying out because it's not a great, vacuum seal there, but it's
Yeah.
cool. And
Yeah.
I probably won't even smoke anything in it because it looks cool. It adds the aesthetic
Yeah.
of the tobacco. Those are probably my prized possessions. And
Very
I
cool.
mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't say the Autumn Apothecary
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
James Cop.
From Cop.
Yep, that's
James Cop.
yep. So you can't buy that anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's one of a kind. So I got quite a few of those pucks. I was fortunate to sample some of it. He played around with the mixture a few times.
Mhm.
You know why? You know why he calls it Autumn Apothecary?
I know it's like a mix of like 8 different tobaccos or something like
It
that,
is.
right?
But you know how he came up with that name?
No.
Why he calls it that?
Oh, you made it, right?
I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can have Greg Peace. That's fine. I got James Cobb.
There you go.
But yeah, so those are my prized possessions.
Yeah.
Those are
Very
things I
cool.
like the most. It's yeah. That's
Yeah,
good
really
stuff.
cool. Really cool. So before we like wrap it up, what's coming up next for idiots? Is there anything else like that you want to share or anything like that?
Well, so I'm still trying to find my groove. Like I
Yeah.
have 2 people lined up that I want to interview. We're trying to
Yeah.
find a date that works for all of us. So I get at least another co-host. This one man show's tough. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But we do have a surprise coming up. You will see it before the end of the year. I'm not
Oh,
going to reveal
cool.
anything just yet. But yeah. So you'll know about it before Christmas. I'll just leave it
Yeah,
at that.
cool.
And
Cool.
but yeah, that's what's next for me.
Yeah.
Trying to find my groove. I've caught all kinds of different little.
What's the
topics.
chances of getting Jeremiah on the next live stream for December?
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh.
I tried to get him on tonight because the Sorry Joker's not working. So I tried to get him on, but he's going. He is working tomorrow, so he goes to bed at like 6:30 or 7 because he
Yeah.
gets up at I think 3 in the morning.
Real
or something.
early.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So so I almost had him convinced because it's off day, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
And but I think for the next episode, will be the week before Christmas.
Yep.
I mean, I like Christmas blends. I have a whole box full of just Christmas blends.
All right. Let's
I
do
think
it.
we should talk about those. Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Christmas blends.
Yeah, we'll see who else we can get on the show. Maybe I don't know.
Sounds good. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yeah, but what about you? You got the special edition coming up. You have the year subscription you can buy, which
Yep.
I did purchase. I'm not a shameless plug there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, I have it on hand with me, but
of course,
so I'll give folks a sneak peek here. So
yeah.
If anyone's watching who hasn't seen the magazine, but the pipe on the cover is being given away. I've got to chat with Nathan Archer, who's the artisan on the pipe. So I got this really great. Got to chat with him and hear a little bit more about his story. So he's got some this very cool story about how he kind of got into pipe making, and again, just kind of show off a little bit of the magazine here. Just got some good pictures of what he makes and all that kind of stuff. Another guy who does the YouTube stuff. You ever watch like the Get Piped Adam there? Get Piped?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He wrote a pretty lengthy piece on the Las Vegas show. So he was at Vegas. He actually tabled at Vegas.
Cool.
So he's got a full story on Vegas about his experience there this year and tabling, and just to spoil the end for anybody, but the thing that he was doing was he was after this pipe from Jay Mouton, who is a pipe maker. I think he's out of Alabama actually. So he made this like beautiful lily, he calls it. It's a stunning looking pipe. So kind of the story of his article is kind of his hunt for that pipe. Very cool. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun to put this issue together.
That one looks a lot thicker than the 2 I have.
It is.
Okay.
So it's the first 2 are 32 pages. Louisiana, thanks, Sea Smoke Pipes. Thank you for the clarification on that.
Okay.
So this one is like 50% bigger. It ended up being like 42 pages or something like that.
Dang,
so
okay. That's awesome.
So not quite 50%, but definitely a little bit more sizable than the last 2. But a ton of fun. I've really enjoyed putting the magazine together.
Is mine in the mail yet? Or no?
What's that?
Is mine in the mail yet? I mean, I did order it like yesterday. It's in the mail, right?
Yeah, they're getting shipped out tomorrow.
That's awesome. So, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I just got some hot cocoa and ice cream brought to me. So this fat kid's gonna have to wrap this bad boy up.
All right.
So,
Well, sounds
yeah,
good.
so
Thanks everybody for tuning in
yeah,
tonight,
appreciate you all.
and we'll
Yusuf,
catch you next month.
it's like time for you
And
to wake up, I think. So we appreciate you. And I think we should do exactly what Pipes of Old. I think I'll read Rudolph to us next time. Oh, it sounds like a
All
great
right.
Christmas bedtime story. I'm not going to do that, but I like the idea.
I'm for it. I'm for it.
The idiot version of Rudolph. I like it. His
All right.
his idiot brother. I don't know, and Randy. Yeah, we'll go with that.
There you go.
But well, cool. We'll appreciate it. Thank you all. This was fun. I appreciate it. Yeah. So Christmas blends next time, and yeah, we'll light up another pint.
All right. Happy smokes. Take
All right.
care, everybody.
Yep. We'll see y'all.